teenage Asian Michael Myers.
Yay.
Memes! Hey, I'm Llytic.
I'm a hot and steamy hot dog weenie.
Thank you, Reggie.
Oh no.
Again, it's another thing. I have no contempt for that person. Like, fuck, it's just furry porn. Who cares? It's still.
I just like hot doggies.
I thought you were gonna say I just like furry porn.
No, what? Ew, what kind of person do you think I am?
I don't know. You told me
I
about
am many
various
things, but a
dojo.
furry is not one of them.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you were into furry porn, you wouldn't be I wouldn't be calling you a furry. I'd be calling you a yiffer.
Okay.
And
Anyways,
I've long forgot what exactly that stands for.
I don't know.
I've got to search that on Google.
Anyways, while you search it up, I'll introduce this. This is the 2013 Bloody Painter Prequel.
Young, incredibly fuckable furry.
But I'm balding. How can I be furry?
Alright, so backstory on this, in case you haven't seen the first video we did on this, on the Bloody Painter thing. This is basically a situation in which a Taiwanese, I'm presuming she was a teenager when she first started this, a Taiwanese teenage girl decided to write about a Wisconsinite creepypasta serial killer.
Yeah.
I remember reading this a while back and thinking it was one of the weebiest things ever because of how the school was in this. I now realize that it's not an American trying to force, Japanese style, stereotypical anime school setup into their story. It's just someone who doesn't understand it, someone who doesn't, or at the very least didn't understand how American schooling worked. I mean, for one, stabbing's kind of normal, so.
Depends on where you are. I can't really deny that. That's kind of the problem.
Oh, yeah.
I think there are actually some places that they have metal detectors in front of the school or something, if I recall. Or just policemen having to,
That's the whole thing, down here in Texas, anytime I've seen one of the schools around here, there's typically, a wrought iron fence around it.
Yeah.
Or at very least, chain link.
Oh, no, it's in detention. That's where they have the security doors, if I recall. Not detention. I'm talking about, other style school detention, if I recall. Fuck, I don't know. I'm getting my facts all messed up. I'm not going into the schooling thing. I know nothing about school. Please don't quote me on this.
And as we've previously stated, I'm not from around here. I've only had the perspective of outside looking in.
Space! That's your hint. He's from space. Yeah. Space. Space.
Tom's buried in the backyard.
Why can't we be space fan fiction? Come on.
Well, at some point we're gonna
getting on with Uranus.
You weren't supposed to know about that.
Oh.
I mean, at some point I do intend for us to read that one Cthulhu X Reader fanfiction.
Oh, that sounds beautiful.
Obviously.
How would that even work? A giant space monster wanting to go on a date with you? Would they bring a bouquet of planets like a flower?
I mean, that sounds about the same as you trying to fuck an ant.
Well, here's my philosophy on that. I'm a dude, right?
Oh God.
Just as long as they open their hole down there, no matter how big I am, some of it'll get in there. And besides, the other way around is pretty much just, spelunking.
I mean, motherfucker, with this difference in size, hug job's not even an option.
Yeah, and? I guess you could just make it a global effort at that point. Maybe that's why Cthulhu wants people to worship him. He just needs to help get his heart on off.
Well, he's married.
He is?
Cthulhu does have a wife.
What?
And I think 3 daughters.
Now I gotta look something up. Hold on. Cthulhu wife. According to Ponape scripture, Idya is the given wife of Cthulhu.
Yep.
No description for Idya is given, but the being is said to dwell on a planet near the double star Zoth.
I don't know why, but
Congratulations! Even a Cthulhu is less of a virgin than I am.
I don't know why that immediately made me think of that whole, the whole boyfriend from Canada thing. Yeah, I've totally got a girlfriend. She's just on another planet right now. You wouldn't know her. She's not from around here.
Oh, dear God.
Anyway, should we start this?
I don't know, man. We haven't started yet. This always happens. We haven't even read a part of the story yet, and we're already fucking off in the middle of nowhere. Anyways, I already said Bloody Painter Prequel. Who cares?
2013.
A story about a 1994 school massacre.
This is Helen, 14 old. His dark circles feel as if he has never slept enough. He doesn't care about his messy black hair, as he's part of the Messy Hair Don't Care Club. Since he doesn't like to put too much effort into tidying himself up, this is why he's single. It's unnecessary. Again,
the only thing necessary to him is his Fortnite wins.
Again, that mindset is why he's single.
How come I'm not single? I don't have that mindset.
I mean, how often do you bathe?
Daily?
Okay, good.
Wow. So you have a very negative opinion of me. This is kind of awkward. Do I smell when you meet me or something?
No, it's not like the times I've ever gone to a convention and you can just smell the BO walking in the door.
Ugh,
Never been like that.
I'm really glad I don't have,
Neckbeard stench?
No, a sense of smell.
Oh, you can't smell?
I can, it's just... I must have destroyed my nose in a past life because I can't smell shit unless it's right in my face or really strong.
And at that point, you have shit in your face.
So at that point, I need to wash it off anyway, so I... God.
Da-da-da.
Oh god. Speaking of the thing you referenced earlier to anime cliches, this was in the back of the classroom, next to the window. He always sits there, drawing quietly, as if it's everything to him. He doesn't like to socialize with people, making him a lonely one.
Let's see, socially inept, messy hair, sits at the back of the class at the window with a window seat. Holy shit, he is an audience insert.
All right. What bets are you taking on for which kind of dairy love interest he's gonna have?
Which kind of dairy?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna go with the good and original tsundere.
I don't know. There is a good bit of shipping between him and this one undead serial killer nurse character. So I'm going yandere. I can't remember what her name is. It's a whole thing. It's she's stitched back together or some shit.
All right, I'm gonna look this up.
I guess if you search Bloody Painter X, it'll probably be one of the first things that pops up.
Nurse Anne.
Nurse Anne, that's what it is.
Oh, I like the design that a lot of people have for this person.
Yeah, it's that kind. It's like a surgical mask with a red medicinal cross on it,
and a fucking chainsaw.
Which is just a really inefficient murder weapon. Who the fuck
if you're going for
uses that?
Stealth, then yeah, it's not a very good murder.
It's the whole thing. If that ends up hitting a bone, it's gonna end up snagging, rebounding, and going into your face.
She's been stitched together for her. She doesn't care.
Fuck! I have to fucking re-sew my face back together. Again.
Now look what you made me do. Like the other person's just bleeding out on the ground, screaming in pain. It's like half their arms off.
Their arm.
It's just not again. Hold on. They just leave them on the ground to go sew up their face real quick. You just
like pull out like a needle and thread from their like skirt pocket.
Mm-hmm.
You can like barely fit their hand in it because women's pockets.
So there's Zambina-chan from Monster Musume.
I guess so, but less fun.
Yeah, less fun. Also less gun.
Because Zambina-chan is just an absolute riot.
Oh, for sure.
Like, I don't typically fuck zombies, but...
For this, I'll make an exception.
Despite the fact that it is mentioned that she does some form of, like, embalming agent in her body to keep her from rotting, most embalming fluids are some form of carcinogen.
I don't know what a carcinogen is. I just know that's probably toxic.
They tend to cause cancer.
Oh, so she's cancer.
Yes, you could quite possibly get cancer if you stick it in.
Cancer waifus.
I mean, you can't go with Roddy Tops. Roddy Tops underage.
Oh, man. I don't even know Roddy... Oh.
Shantae.
I need to play that. Anyways.
Half genie hero. Okay, I guess it's my turn. There was a person being pushed to the floor after school. That's Tom, who is always the victim of bullying, mostly by Llytic. Not because he did anything before, but because he has before watched Medea movies.
Your taste in movies is shit! You just in the background.
Medea's Christmas sucked. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's just the dislikes of people around him. For one thing, he defended some PureFlix films. War Room is a terrible movie.
Oh my gosh.
See like a background of it, Tom curled on the ground, me kicking him in the ribs repeatedly. While just yelling about terrible films.
I could just picture this, like, the narrator's just trying to focus on, introducing their self-insert, or audience insert character who's sitting in the back, and just background here, your taste in movies sucks! Wham! Wham!
I would love to see that in written form, like they're describing a scene and then just like in the background. Oh, God. These things happen often, and Helen is used to it. Though he does feel bad for Tom. He doesn't want to interfere, as it is quite bothersome. You see, Helen is in violation of the Good Samaritan law, which is a thing in the U.S.
Yeah, this is the U.S., so we could interfere.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Wisconsin.
Yeah, so we could technically interfere, right, without getting in trouble?
Well, it's the whole thing of, like, you're kind of legally obligated to interfere.
Yeah, like, you can't get sued for, trying to help someone, essentially.
Yeah. It's the whole thing, like, you see someone getting the shit beat out of them in accordance with the Good Samaritan law, you're supposed to step in.
Yeah, I mean, I usually try to help for that with, suicides. I don't want to step into a fight. That's how you get a nice fist in your face.
We see, that's why you need to have good damage resistance. You need to put more points into defense, Zane.
Sorry, I haven't really been boosting my stats. I've just been using it. I haven't been boosting my spats, brother.
Fuck, I just got a Noikome flashback. Spats.
What if humans had really high special attack? They just had no magic to use.
And that's why they're so pathetic.
They just put specs into things they can't use. Anyways, during recess, Judy says she's missing her watch as she searches for it. Helen doesn't help her, since it's none of his business. Jesus, is this dude just sitting in the back, doing nothing all day?
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of don't like Helen right now.
Yeah, he's kind of being a dick. Suddenly, someone sees something flashing in Helen's bag. It's the watch. He stole it.
Oh, God. Shit, did you? Oh, yeah.
I did.
What's this? Ban says.
Bomb has been planted.
Ban. Shit, he's gonna be smacked with the ban hammer. The ban hammer is what Ban calls his dick.
What? Whoa.
You've never heard of like that term in like online forums?
I've heard of banhammer. I've just never seen people use it on a dick.
Well, no, it's like the whole thing, like the joke, the hammer is my dick.
Oh.
Helen's about to be smacked with the ban hammer.
Oh my.
The ban hammer is what Ban calls his dick.
Oh. Oh god. Hey, what's this? Slaps dick on desk. It's pretty big, huh?
Thwack, just snaps the table.
Whoa, sorry about that.
Now that's what I call big dick energy.
Stop, no.
As he puts his hand to the bag and takes out a watch that is trimmed with fake diamonds. Who the fuck wears a watch that gaudy that isn't, like, in the music industry?
Maybe some rich kid. Maybe like Judy's just like making bank off Bitcoin.
Maybe Judy is like has a SoundCloud and is trying to be like a rapper.
Oh god, she's a SoundCloud rapper?
She does like almost exclusively mumble rap. That's why she's got all that fake ice.
I just had a totally different view of Jane. Oh god.
Oh god. Oh, Jane?
Yeah, Jane's or Judy, I mean. Sorry, fuck. Judy.
I ended up also thinking like I ended up somehow replacing Anne with Jane, so I thought you were talking about nursing. That's why they hooked up. He has a thing for SoundCloud.
God, I just love mumble rap. Ugh.
Oh god, it's like a mumble rap version of ICP, but they actually kill people.
Ow! Ow!
Oh god, are you okay?
I laughed.
I laughed.
I think I slapped my I like bent weirdly or laughed so hard I think I moved my Adam's apple in the wrong way. Ugh. Good lord, I thought I was about to die.
Painting like the most hilarious image of these characters.
We're not gonna finish if we keep thinking about it too. That's kind of the problem.
Just this random girl from a Wisconsin private school is also a SoundCloud rapper.
Who happens to be in cahoots with a murderous nurse who also sings in their band. That's part of it. Oh god.
And it's like a creepypasta version of ICP.
Yes.
Do they also sing about Fago? That's the real question. I mean, say what you will, that shit's fucking good.
Only if you like soda, which I don't.
Helen is very surprised to see it, as he does not know how it got there. I mean, after all, he's not the kind of person to steal fake ice.
He also just doesn't get up from his desk for anything.
That's my watch! Judy receives the watch from Ben after seeing the
you gotta
situation.
mumble it. She's
not rapping. She's not rapping currently.
I required her to be in a constant state of rap.
Alright, fine, give me a beat.
Crap. That's even worse.
Watch.
I'm tone deaf, sorry. Anyways,
fuck, I couldn't figure out something to rhyme with watch. Then again, mumble rap, I guess she doesn't need to rhyme.
Yeah, it's just...
That's my watch. I'll kick your ass. But that doesn't rhyme. I don't care. I don't have to have talent to be a SoundCloud rapper.
I just gotta look the part. And everyone will think I'm smart, and, you know.
We see you put more effort in there than most SoundCloud rappers do. You actually rhymed. Judy receives the watch from Ben after seeing the situation. She quickly realizes that he just ended up pilching a plot point from Titanic. In fact, he pilched the stupidest plot point from Titanic. Both of them stare at Helen with a weird glare. "It's not me," said Helen, who was still drawing in his notebook without raising his head a bit. Fuck, I'm just imagining him just face down on the desk. "It's not me."
What if you just ignored them and didn't say anything? Just
"Yeah, right, you think I ain't that bright?" Judy leaves the classroom with Ben as she concludes.
That's such a typical response when somebody says that, though. So discouraging, too. I didn't do it. Yeah, right. Whatever. Oh, I hate that response. Anyways, before I go off with a triad about words I hate...
Triad?
What? Did I use triad wrong?
Triad's the name for the Chinese mob.
Before I go and call the Chinese mafia on a DeviantArt story...
I think what the word you're looking for is diatribe.
Probably. Boy, do I English well.
Before I go off on a mob.
Anyways, the following day, as usual, Helen sits at his table drawing.
Fucking loser.
Who fucking draws? Ugh.
I know, who does that?
Yeah, especially for never mind, I'm not clever enough to make that joke, sorry.
I mean, it's who the hell draws all the art used on their own media?
Yeah, who draws art for YouTube videos or whatever that fucking thing they call that title card, I guess. Title picture.
Yeah,
the clickbaity part.
Who sinks hours of their day just drawing things for social media?
Who draws one of a 3-part group as a gnome in a store?
Okay, you have to admit that one's hilarious.
It's the only good one, you John. Yes. There we go. Finally, got my insult out. I've been trying so long to get that out with this whole thing, and there we go. Thanks for giving me the lowest hanging fruit possible. You climbed the tree, just pushed the twig down, and I grabbed it. That's all I did.
Stood on the fucking branch of a fucking rubber tree.
He notices that the atmosphere doesn't feel right around him. People start whispering about him. Even a few start calling him a thief.
Thief.
Stop, thief! In the name of the law.
You are in violation of the law.
Stop right there. He decides not to explain for himself, as he knows that it's useless to do so. This dude is docile as fuck.
He's an absolute doormat, and from what I know, this isn't typically as much of a thing that happens in the US.
Yeah, I mean, let's see here. Somebody steals a fake-ass watch. Mostly people would say, I didn't want your retarded-ass watch anyways. Here's what happens if you get caught for being a thief. It's just, your watch is ugly. Fuck you.
I mean, also, there's the whole thing that he would have been given some form of, in-school suspension if he had been accused of it.
Yeah, did, the kids just take their watch back and not tell the teacher? Is it, don't be a snitch or whatever?
Well, I mean, she is a mumble rapper. She probably understands the snitches get stitches rule.
Probably.
While bragging about drinking and doing drugs despite having never touched alcohol in her life. I totally drink.
Being just we should probably tell the teacher on him. That she's just nah, snitches get stitches. Fuck, I'm not cool enough to say that line. Sorry. Not my A game. Oh. See me.
Oh, God.
Way to walk away and leave me awkwardly mumbling to myself for a bit.
Sorry, no, I just heard a weird noise. Alright,
where
were we? As time passes, I guess? Yeah. As time passes, Helen becomes the new target of victim for bullying to people. Or for people to bully.
What? Bullying for people.
Again, I don't know if that's just because of the fact that I'm currently hanging out in America, but typically it's not a good idea to bully the quiet one who just sits in the back never saying anything. That's how you get shot.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing of how you end up like having to hide under a table as he's walking around the school using his father's gun.
Yeah. Maybe
Fuck,
that's
that got
why.
dark.
Maybe that's why so many stories are just like going so differently. They don't take place in America where people would shoot first, ask questions later.
I guess it's harder to get a hold of a gun in Taiwan. Still love that whole thing, like people talking about, like, well, if you take away guns, then people will try to do mass stabbings. It's like, yeah, people tried and immediately got arrested.
Or we get more bombings.
Yes.
Because
That's
if I
kinda the
remember,
whole
even
thing
in
of, like-
the Rachel's Challenge people, that shootout, those guys had bombs too. They just failed, so that's why they brought out the guns.
Oh yeah, that's right, because they had them in like the cafeteria.
Yeah, they planned a cafeteria bombing.
Yeah.
Either way, shooting is bad anyways. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't shoot people. I mean, for one, like, shooting people is just a really easy way to kill someone. If you want to have any respect, what you need to do is stab them. If you shoot people, you're a bitch.
Yeah. I don't know, man. The gun was kind of the great equalizer.
Exactly. That's the point. You're a punk-ass bitch if you feel the need to use it.
No. If
You
you
ain't
want to
gonna
go
get
right
no
by the
fucking
gun,
respect
use a gun that they used in the Civil War, like those kind of muskets and stuff.
Oh my god, you have to muzzle load it.
Yes. If you still want honor to use a gun, you have to use a musket. There.
Oh, no. What you have to do is, because you need to have big dick points, right? So you need to use, like, that one really old, massive duck hunting gun.
Oh, that fucking thing that's huge and retarded? I
Yeah.
think I know what you're talking about.
They actually had to, like, hook it up to boats. Because that's the only way you could shoot it.
Hold on. I think I know what it's called. I'm going to try to look it up because I have that in my Fallout.
Punt gun.
Yes. That sounds right.
It's the whole thing of, like, you had to have it hooked up to a boat, and whenever it fired, it pushed the boat backwards. And you could take out an entire flock of ducks with it. So yes, the only way you're going to get respect from me if you actually do use a gun to go around killing people is if you use a punt gun, but you don't have it, like, mounted to anything. You're taking the full brunt of the recoil yourself.
Jesus Christ, dude. These people ain't purple bloods. They can't do that. Who do you think these people are?
A bunch of punk-ass bitches, that's who.
People who want to keep their arms attached to their body. That's who they are.
Fuck, I almost made a really terrible joke about how most of those shootings go.
Ooh.
You know what
Cut it
I'm
out and say
referring
it.
to.
No.
Yeah. What?
No.
Do you not?
No.
Or are you just trying to make me say it?
I actually don't. You lost me.
Okay, so most of those shootings end with them shooting themselves.
Oh, now I get it.
So they ain't gonna need the use of their arms.
God damn it!
Fuck!
Just cut that out.
I need to stop.
We're off task. Tom,
And I'm getting really fucking dark.
just like it is outside right now.
It's like really This is getting disturbing. Anyway, everything he does now is being exaggerated. He doesn't like it, but he doesn't resist. He keeps the feelings in his heart, keeping silent. You know,
He sits in the fucking back of the class. What more are you gonna make rumors about him? He got up one day. He didn't sit in the back.
He's stealing stuff without moving.
He asked the teacher a question.
He's stealing fake ice.
He's stealing fake ice. Oh no. He's stealing actual legitimate frozen water.
Yes, that's what I was referring to.
Until one day, Band came to him and snatched his notebook, slapping his dick on the table again. I mean the band
Snapping
hammer.
it in half. The table, not his dick.
With his unfinished drawings on it. Always meaningless things, says Ban as he tears down a few pages of the drawings, tearing them into pieces. Where's the teacher?
Not present, apparently. Again, you have to remember that this is someone not from the U.S. writing what's supposed to be like a Wisconsin school.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure teachers wouldn't care anyways. Let's be real.
Well, I mean, if we're going by our only knowledge on Japanese, on like Asian schooling.
No, I mean American schools.
Well, yes, but I'm talking about the frame of reference they're using.
Yeah, alright.
They're using Asian schooling as their frame of reference. The closest frame of reference I had to that is what I know of Japanese school. Mostly just stuff I know from anime.
Yeah. Tearing them into pieces, wanting to see Helen's reaction. At this rate, the feelings that he has been holding burst out. He punches Ben in the face and starts the fight. Helen isn't that. He punched Helen? What? I thought Ben.
Yeah, Helen punched Ban.
Oh. What the fuck is going through my brain right now?
And then Ban retaliated.
Sorry,
to Helen's retaliation.
I thought Helen was the mumble rapper for a second. I was really confused.
No, that's Judy.
Yeah. Helen isn't that powerful, however. So he was beaten up in no time. Other students went to see the fight without stopping it. Some people even stomped on his face and stomach. He's already down. You ain't gotta like mob on him.
Stop it! He's already dead.
Jesus.
Again,
Christ.
U.S. school. This would have ended with one of them stabbing the other.
Yeah, or the
Knife, the great equalizer.
Knife, the great equalizer.
Rock, paper, scissors, knife! Right after the bell rings, everybody stops what they're doing. Oh, shit. And went back to their seats before the teacher came in. Helen returns to his seat as if nothing happened. The teacher enters the room later on. Oh my, Otis. Helen. What happened? Helen has so many visible bruises on him that the teacher notices right after she enters the room. I'd be really concerned if she didn't.
Hello?
Hello.
Let's see here.
You okay there?
I kicked my internet again.
Oh, I didn't hear you leave. I didn't hear the beep from you leaving, so.
I don't know. I guess I didn't get like fully kicked out, I guess.
Okay.
Like, it kicked me off the Ethernet, so it's like calibrating. You're on Wi-Fi now. Calibrating. You're on Ethernet again, bitch.
Okay, so it's not like you fully got dropped from internet.
Nah, it's just yeah.
Yeah.
Just college life things, haha.
Do.
Alright, anyways,
Everybody turns to look at him, waiting for him to give a response while glaring at him with a murderous look. I fell from the stairs, miss. I don't know, I'm just flashing back to that one like South Park joke. It's like, what happened to your eye? I fell onto a doorknob. But where did the semen come from? It's doorknob semen.
This sounds like two people in a relationship trying to hide the fact that
this sounds less like bullying and more like an abusive relationship. I mean, maybe I'm just a vindictive bitch, but...
No, I think it sounds like that too. Just,
my immediate thought would be, oh, teacher's right here.
A little help? Can I go to the nurse, please?
Well, you see, if you look at the camera footage from the camera mounted to the ceiling of this room, because American school...
They don't have them in the classrooms, though. They're only in the halls.
Most of the class? I could have swore they were in the classrooms.
I've never seen one in a classroom.
Maybe it's just at uni that I've seen them.
Maybe. Did you finish, or...?
Oh, no. Helen replies as the glare disappears.
Alright, cool.
Waiting on you. Zane, you
Sorry.
okay?
I was doing that on purpose.
Okay. It's not like it beeped at all, so...
No. I thought it'd be more funnier. Now I'm just wasting time. After returning home from school, his parents also asked him what happened. He responded with the same answer. The blue jacket he was wearing covers all of the bruises other than those on his face. His parents believe it without a doubt. Like fucking morons.
Yeah.
Usually when Helen's parents ask him about how he is at school, he always says he's fine. He even lied about making a lot of friends, living happily every day. Helen refuses to tell his parents the truth since he doesn't want to make his parents worry about him.
Helen then booted up an incel forum on his computer. Shit. Oh, God. No, fuck. I think comparing this kid to an incel would be insulting to him, so yeah. Granted, it's insulting to everyone to be compared to incels.
Yeah, but I don't know. That just put a weird image in my face where you try to, like, reverse this beating into sounding like some, like, majestic thing. I don't know.
It just tries to blame it on women.
He blames it on the mumble rapper.
Fucking Stacy only goes after Chads. Well, you see, today I got blamed by this Chad for stealing the Stacy's watch. Blah, blah, blah. Women don't like me. It's definitely not because I have a terrible personality.
Yeah.
Anyway. Let's see. Have I said enough to possibly get mentioned on their forums as being some complete and total normie or blue pillar or some shit?
Don't give yourself credit that much yet.
Yeah.
I don't even think those people on that forum know that this exists.
God, I hope not. If there are any in the subscriber base, that's really, really unfortunate for us.
That's where all your subscribers came. Angry incels.
God. Despite the fact that we portray Chad as a good person.
What?
Yeah, that's where the whole Chad Thundercock joke is.
Oh.
Is just joking about their whole negative stereotype of guys who actually are capable of getting laid. I'm like, let's make him a good person. As well as a stripper.
Chad Thundercock.
Oh yeah, I mean, he is an amazing dude.
No, are all Chads Chad Thundercock? Or is Chad Thundercock just Chad Thundercock?
Well, Chad Thundercock is more like what people outside of the community... I think the last name is what people from outside the community gave him, just making fun of the concept. But, I mean, their whole thing is that basically a Chad is just a person who can get laid.
No, what? Or, I mean, it's Chad Thundercock specifically Chad Thundercock.
Oh, yes, it is making fun of that thing, yes.
No, what? Oh, God.
I'm not understanding your question.
Move on, then. No, we're starting over, actually. From the top.
Teenage Asian Michael Myers. Alright, a few months later, he has gotten used to the negative comments about him, and getting hit or humiliated has been a normal event for him. He is completely immune to these things now. Who framed him in the first place? I don't know. Why did the culprit do this? This doesn't matter anymore. Nothing matters anymore now. Oh, wow, he's going through his emo phase. Puts the gun
into his backpack.
Oh, Jesus! Posting a YouTube video titled My Manifesto.
Some of you are all right. If you live in the Wisconsin area, don't go to school today.
Oh, God. As he starts complaining about the fact that he can't get laid because of his weak jawline.
Hi, you there? Helen receives a message from an unknown. But who are you? He replies instead of ignoring it.
I'm just imagining, like, because, you know, the whole joke is, like, with characters like this is they have 0 Facebook friends, despite the fact that I've never run into someone who's on Facebook and has 0 friends. Because no matter what, someone's going to send you a request. And so I'm just imagining it ending up like 0 Facebook friends, and then this message pops up. It's like, how the fuck is that even possible? Has he only had Facebook for 5 minutes?
I'm Tom, your classmate. Tom has never interacted with him before.
You know, the one that
I
keeps
too
getting,
get beat up. Let's be friends.
you know, the one that keeps getting his ass kicked by that one troll. Why
The
are they
one
even letting
alien
him
in
into
our
high
school.
school? He's like 10,000 years old at this point.
I had to join the school to teach him a lesson about movies. I am only here to make his life worse.
How the fuck did you give Jurassic World Lost Fallen Kingdom a good review?
This surprised him a bit. What is it? Helen says. Are you all right? It's none of your business. Helen concludes. Helen concludes Tom's question. Tom types for a while before coming up with, "Listen, I'll have you know that I graduated top my class in the Navy SEALs."
Well, you had a social life. I studied the blade. You know, that's really sad when I hear someone say it out loud.
I know how you feel right now. You're in the same situation as I am. I can help you, but I can't. Sorry.
Oh fuck! I need to look up the lyrics for this one really terrible song.
After which Tom and Helen text each other for a long time. Oh my.
Let's see.
I lost my place.
Was it Green Day that sang it?
And Helen feels much better after telling him all the pain and feelings he has been through. He can even joke around with Tom, often using the smile emote to show his happiness.
Did it actually say that?
It didn't say smiley emote, it just did like the semicolon in the ending parenthesis.
Ah, shit, no, it's not. No one knows what it's like.
It pretty much just said, yes, he's using the smiley face to show his happiness.
Why did it specify that?
I don't know. This is the first time he thinks he made a friend. Then he goes to prom and they dump blood on him.
And then he uses his psychic powers to kill everyone.
Exactly.
Ah, fuck, what was that song? It was like that really bad emo song that, like... It was like, no one knows what it's like to be me or some shit.
Oh, you mean what every teenager feels?
Yeah, but it was the one that actually... It was like the one emo song that actually did have that mentality instead of just being the raucous, rebellious mania. That's the whole thing about like most emo music, is it doesn't tend to buy into that no one understands my suffering mentality. It's just, hey, you're depressed, but here's some like
stereotype if it wasn't for a group of people.
Well, yeah, if it weren't for the people just writing in their diaries about how no one can understand my pain. Well, bitch, they probably understand if you told them.
Oh, I was trying to make it sound sweet, like they were together as a group, and you just made it sad again.
Oh, fuck, what was that song? Oh, Chiz, and I go.
Yeah. I was about to say, what, am I about to have to carry a conversation with myself? Like...
Sorry, I was just trying to find the song. Okay, let's see. Where were we? Oh yeah.
Hi, you there? No.
It is a warm. It is a warm. It is a warm.
Just.
Oh, God damn it! Why does it always need an update? Never mind. It is a warm weather in the afternoon. Come meet me on the roof.
This is like turning into a gay romance. How sweet.
See, this is what I was talking about. Like, American schools, they don't let you on the roof.
Are they even allowed at some Japanese schools? Elika?
What's the whole thing? Is like it's typically a different roof setup.
Yeah, there's not the only way to the roof usually is through the kitchen in, like, high school, right?
Fuck if I know.
Like, it's not easily accessible. You gotta go out of your way to find a way.
It's not like the whole thing in like like animes and whatnot, where it's just like at the top of the fucking stairs, and like if you're lucky, it's not locked. And I'm pretty sure it's a different setup to where it's like insulated ceiling, and like insulated roofing tiles and shit, not like fucking like just concrete.
There's not even a staircase to the roof to all the schools I went. You had to find a fucking ladder and climb up it.
This is one of the things I was talking about how at first I thought this was just an incredibly weeby creepypasta, but then whenever we did that episode, I ended up finding out that the writer's just Taiwanese. Come meet me on the roof after the first period in the afternoon. Holy shit, multiple in one day? Christ. Oh, shit, wrong one. We need to talk, don't ask me why. Texted Tom last night. Following his instructions, Helen meets Tom on the roof, waving his hand and walking towards him as he says, "Hey Tom, what's up, friend?"
General Helen. Hello there.
Hello there. General Kenobi. It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground. I have something to say. Something important. You see, I've always liked you. I've just never known how to say it. Just how to put it into words. Anyway. Says Helen with a serious face. Remember the watch thieving incident? How could Helen forget about it? Someone put fake ice in his bag. It's just insulting to his bag.
He had to burn that bag.
Two broke people in college talking about how terrible fake ice is. We're
not jealous. Totally.
We can't afford real ice, but fake. Even if we could afford fake ice, we wouldn't wear it. That was how he started suffering. Helen nods to show he remembers. I was the culprit.
Tom, what the hell?
I needed to get...
Call him up right now. Tell him fuck you.
Well, technically, he's in that one group text thing, so...
Nope, he's in this Discord.
Well, I was gonna say, like, there was that group text I used, like, last week.
No, he might be busy. I'm gonna get him in the Discord.
You're just gonna say, how could you?
Yep.
God damn it, Tom, how could you? I was kind of expecting you to private message him.
I thought Tom was better than this. I really did.
Well, I don't know. I mean, he did defend War Room.
Yeah, but even he wouldn't get fake ice.
Ice, not ass.
I said ice.
Sounded like you said ass.
Don't worry.
Even he wouldn't steal fake ass.
So I typed in fake ice, and apparently there's something called global synthetic ice.
Ah, Jesus.
So there really is fake ice and fake ice.
Huh. Anyway, that was how he started suffering. And then that one troll just popped up and started kicking him in the ribs while screaming about his terrible taste in movies. How could you say such good things about H2O?
This is the point in the story where Llytic and Helen, while Helen is sitting there beating up Tom, Llytic comes out and helps.
Fuck, I need to know what movies Tom's liked. Because all the things that are coming to mind are terrible movies that he's probably never heard of.
Oh, well, we can ask him more about movies later.
The Omega Code was terrible.
Let's have this. Oh god.
Why are you following Kurt Cameron on Twitter?
Oh god.
Have you seen what's happened to Kevin Sorbo recently? He won't stop complaining. He won't stop bitching about liberals. I kid you not, there is actually a tweet from Kevin Sorbo, who was the guy who played, like, Hercules on the live-action TV show, but later, like, joined PureFlix and started doing movies for them. And, like, one of his tweets is, like, I was at the gym, and I started to wonder to myself if any liberals out there actually work out.
Ooh.
I kid you not. It's like, what the fuck?
That's bait. That's all that is.
Yeah,
That's
it's really shitty bait, too. Oh, God. Let's see, Oh, and look down, scared to look into his eyes. What? Helen is shocked. I stole Judy's watch. She wouldn't stop doing that terrible-ass mumble rap, and framed you as the culprit. Why did you do this? Well, I mean, mumble rap for one. And with you as the new target of victim, my life is much better. Tom smirks. That
Now
bitch.
only Llytic beats me up.
I don't care about thievery, but your movie taste is awful.
You just start beating him up with like DVDs of good movies, just like breaking them against him.
Why did I break my good movies?
Because
Beating him with a copy of Raising Heroes. Watch it!
oh fuck, how am I supposed to watch it if you're hitting me with it? You just pull out a DVD player and hit him with it.
Beat him with the DVD player! Ah, my eye! Oh, God. It's true, however, that when everybody decides to bully Helen, they won't bother Tom anymore. Except for he's just like an abandoned toy. For him, it was totally perfect. As long as he keeps silent about his terrible taste in movies, he will be able to live his school life safe and sound. He succeeded. Almost. The plan was outstandingly perfect. Except for one factor.
Arguably the worst factor, too.
Yes, a god of space.
You just like randomly appear the same like fucking TV and DVD player in his room, like a movie, and every time he tries to throw it out, it just appears back in his room.
No, just like specifically like lobbing a CRTV at him. Just not even like using a flat screen to make him watch it. No, just one of those big bulky CRTV monitors. And lobbing it at him.
Oh boy. Helen grabbed the collar of his shirt and, after pushing around a bit, they ended up near the edge of the roof.
Why isn't there a fence?
Maybe this really is an American roof.
Did DeluCat just go to like a non-OSHA certified school? Like,
no wonder there's a SoundCloud rapper there. Oh god. Oh god, they're just in a really bad neighborhood.
You implying that she fell off the roof and got brain damage?
That's one way to look at it. Oh god.
Oh shit, man.
Falling off this roof.
Like, I don't like mumble rap, and even I think that's a bit mean.
Tom slips and falls from the roof. Helen instantly grabs his hand and tries to pull him back up, but Helen does not have that much strength to do so.
You see,
long live the king.
You see, he is what we call a wrist cell. Coming from someone with really dainty floppy wrists.
Oh boy. Oh god.
That is one of the stupidest concepts to me. I'm just gonna say it. Oh, the reason my girls don't like me is because I have skinny wrists. Jeez, fuck off with that shit. I'm so sorry, Helen. Tom falls. Helen closes his eye. Just the one. Scared to look at what's going to happen with death perception anyway. Cannot imagine what will happen to one after falling from a 6-story tall building.
There aren't many 6-story tall school buildings either in the U.S., is there?
Not in the U.S. And if it's based on like a stereotypical Asian school, wouldn't it be like maybe 3 stories? Or fuck it. Okay, Taiwanese high school.
This is like this one school where instead of having every single building spread out like across one floor, everything's just stacked up on top of each other like that old kid's book.
Well, like the whole thing is oh shit. Okay, spans grades 7 through 9. So, and is the last half of compulsory education. Oh, that's junior high school. Whoops. Because the whole thing is like, I know that in Japan it's that the last 3 years are high school, and often typical structure is that each floor is a different year.
I was trying to make a joke about sideways stories from Wayside School.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like it's just a really tall building.
Okay, let's see. Senior high school. 10 through 12. So yeah. I'm pretty sure that'd be at most 3 stories if she's basing it off of like a school from where she's from. And most American high schools like are maybe 1, 2, possibly 3 stories at most.
Yeah. 6-story school building.
Anything?
Mostly design plans, not really any confirmed
Actual
6-story. Yeah.
All right.
There's mostly pictures of apartments.
Like, I do apologize for the fact that I'm having to like use this my best frame of reference being Japanese structure for this sort of thing. I just don't know that much about Taiwan, and like my closest frame of reference would either be Japan or South Korea, and South Korea is also heavily influenced by the US, so it wouldn't be as good of a frame of reference.
Long story short, Eastern culture.
Yes.
Not our forte.
Well, I mean, I think I know a slight bit more with North Korean, but I mean South Korean, but
What?
South Korean. But that's also because of the fact that I read a lot of South Korean webcomics.
And I live under a rock.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I think I mentioned this last time we did a DeluCat story, which basically like one of the whole things there is that I've at least seen in their media is like it being kind of common for like someone to have a Western given name or personal name. Yeah.
Really? I could just picture an American going to South Korea now and they'd be like, give me an American name. And they're just like, what?
Well, like, just the whole thing is like, kids born, all right, we'll give them our Korean family name and like middle and last name, and then we'll give them a Western first name.
Oh God, you mean like Billy Tim's son?
Maybe, I guess.
Please don't name your son Billy.
Well, you'd probably name him William. Because that's what Billy...
Give him a cooler name like Ragnarok.
That's what Billy's derived from. And don't remind me of Master of Ragnarok.
I was thinking like Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, that's an amazing movie.
You brought that up yourself.
Sorry.
You've been watching it behind the scenes or something, huh?
God. Jesus. Just like the animation in general would make me feel dirty watching that. And with the stuff I reference, that's saying something.
Oh, I like how we're on this tense scene where this dude's falling off the roof. We've gone off on tangent again.
Yeah, it's your line.
We're like standing. You pretty much like we're beating up Tom, and then this like shit happened, and I'm just sitting there while I was like, "Oh God, I killed him!" Man, you're just like
watching a man fall off a roof and start bringing up where the dead go to die.
And you're just like, I don't think this building's under regulation. It's also too tall.
So, any of you ever seen this one 3D animated movie in which like a dog rips a fetus out of a woman's stomach? While also telling this kid to kill his parents?
Alright. Where are we again?
The policemen arrive.
After the policemen arrive, they have an interview with Helen. He was too horrified by the accident. However, to save... God, I butchered how that was supposed to be. He was too horrified of the accident, however, to even say a word. I messed up again. Who gives a fuck? Go scroll.
Can't speak, Labby, eat me. Well, you see, whenever a baby breastfeeds, it sucks all the milk out of the woman, and so there's going to be nothing left for the second child. And that's how it'll leave no positivity, just evil. What?
What? Oh.
You need to let me fuck her corpse.
No.
Nah. Yeah, that's one of those movies that even I'm reluctant to ever reference.
Even though you just did?
Reluctantly.
Well, I mean, Tom's technically dead, so there's really no, like, mediator between us or, like, a censor bar, so...
Well, yeah, I mean, after all, I did bury him on one of Titan's moons. Wait.
He just fell off a roof. Haven't you already buried him?
When I said at the beginning of this that I buried him.
Well, guess there's multiple Toms running around.
Yes.
Well, I guess that makes Tom our time player.
Well, he is a time player.
Well, this all makes sense now. Tom just...
Will you stop stabbing me with a shovel? Oh.
I know there's technically no repercussions for killing me, but stop, please.
Once again, Helen becomes the topic of discussion between students. Some people think Helen pushed Tom from the roof, but most of the others think that Tom committed suicide due to his terrible taste in movies. And even Helen failed saving him because they saw him grabbing Tom's hand before he fell. At the same time, however, he also shouted, "Long live the king," before dropping him, so there is some things called into question there.
That night, Helen was in his room crying, shivering, and he cannot stop the guilt.
Guiltiness.
The guilt and... That looked weird to me. I feel illiterate sometimes.
Yes.
Goddamn. Guiltiness from his growing... and he cannot stop the guiltiness from his growing inside of him.
Oh,
he needs to calm down, and suddenly a thought flashed in his mind. It's not my fault Tom died. He deserved to die. It makes it feel much better. His guiltiness fades away too. Helen quickly smiles. Tom has had his punishment. I suppose it's time for others to have theirs, isn't it? His cries turned into laughter in the dark.
Oh, fuck, I just flashed back to Venom. Which, if anyone's wondering, bad movie, hilarious. Like, I say watch it like as a comedy. Alright, Eddie, now we need to sever all their heads and make a pile of bodies and a pile of heads. Why would we do that? Bodies and heads.
I haven't seen it, so...
Don't worry, Eddie, we'll get your girl back. First, I will eat your face, then both of your arms and both your legs. You will just roll down this. You will just be a faceless, limbless thing rolling down the street like a turd in the wind.
Only if you call me Daddy first.
Well, Carnage does. That's in the comics. He does.
He calls people Daddy.
Carnage specifically calls Venom Daddy because Carnage is technically a descendant of Venom. And so just imagine the psychopathic serial killer redneck.
God, no!
Don't worry, Daddy, I'll get around to killing you too.
Oh, God.
I'll kill you soon enough, Daddy.
I'm just picturing Carnage in a pair of overalls now.
Well, I mean, I think that is some of his attire whenever he doesn't have the symbiote out.
Really?
I'm pretty sure. Like, there probably is a comic in which Cletus Cassidy is wearing overalls.
I didn't know that it was on.
Yeah, it's just a serial killer redneck. Like, one of the whole things is that he killed a family dog, and so his mother tried to kill him, and then his father killed his mother because all that he saw was his mother trying to kill the kid.
Oh. That probably scarred him for life.
The kid was trying to kill the dog.
He's already kooky. Yeah, he's already pretty kooky.
He also murdered his own grandma. Pushed her down the stairs. Yeah.
Oh, that kind of death.
Helen's classmates decided to have a party on the day of Halloween, but it's not to celebrate Halloween. Then what the fuck is it for? There is no more hallowed a holiday than Halloween. It's just to have their friends come together to party. Of course, Helen was not invited to the party. Also, point out, he starts his kill spray on Halloween. Asian teenage Michael Myers.
Asian teenage Michael Myers.
Asian teenage Michael Myers.
Teenage Michael Myers.
Asian teenage Michael Myers. Murder in a white mask. Pastathon.
I was waiting for that to come up at some point.
Yeah. Of course, Helen was not invited to the party. Bitch. He'd just be a fucking downer anyway, just sitting in the corner, fucking drawing.
Yeah, what?
That's the whole.
What a not threatening person.
That's the whole thing. Is like most introverted people don't want to get invited to the party because if they go to the party, they're just gonna be sitting in the corner.
He could be doing much more important things, like laughing in the dark.
About a person that he considered a friend falling off a building and dying.
And it being his fault, as in Tom's fault.
That the night before the day of Halloween, Judy and Maggie were texting each other on Facebook. I don't think it's called texting if it's through Facebook.
Oh god, this is old.
I think it's just messaging.
Yeah. Make sure to download your specialized Facebook
No, that's
iMatch
only if you're doing it through your phone.
app. You mean... Never mind.
I should probably get a hold.
We're getting distracted.
I probably should get a hold of Shay
What?
Darkness and figure out when we're gonna do that whole like collaboration thing. Sorry, Facebook thing. Remind me of that. Both of them live in the school dorm.
Big oof.
Again, unless
What? Whoa! That just processed in my mind. What?
it's a private school, it's not going to have a dorm.
What is this magical place?
That's also another thing that made me think that this was just a weeby creepypasta at first. Is the dorm thing. Because you do have in like again, Japan has to be my frame of reference here. But people moving out of
Can we just call this place... Can we call this place Taiwan?
Wisconsin? You mean like the Japan Francisco thing?
Yes.
Or was it Jan Francisco?
I don't know, actually.
San Fran Tokyo.
It's been like... Yeah, that
Well,
sounds
that was
about
the one
right.
in Big Hero 6.
Well, either one
But
works,
yeah, that's
man.
the whole thing, is like, again, I have to use Japan as my frame of reference here. But there's the whole thing where, like, you apply to go to a specific high school that's oftentimes, like, out of, like, where you grew up, like, out of the area where you grew up, like, living with your parents, so you move out of your parents' house, you move into a dorm specifically for that school. But that's not a thing in the US. I also love the fact that it doesn't actually specify that it's in Wisconsin in this, but because of the original, we know that the character is from Wisconsin.
And that's how we're getting all these confusing vibes.
So, yeah.
Yep.
And Judy's room is next to Maggie's. Unfortunately, the room is not very soundproof, so she ends up hearing her recording for her SoundCloud through the walls.
Ooh.
You tried to rhyme shoelace with Taco Bell.
Oh god, I forgot mumble rap. Oh god, can you just imagine? Just every day listening to mumble rap.
Disney Channel. Fuck, I wish I could die.
I'll die for you if I don't have to hear that anymore. I'll die first to make sure.
God, I was at Walmart last week in the fabric section, and one of the things I saw that was like just a little thing, because the fabric section is part of the craft section, and so you could find like little notebooks, stuff like that, like biter stickers, that sort of shit. And one of the things I found was a Jake Paul little notebook thing that said "It's every day, bro" on it.
You have to find that and take a picture. It's like, I can't believe that dude's branded himself as fucking notebooks.
God, I can't believe that guy has any popularity. His flow is terrible.
So when is the What Are We Reading notebooks coming out that just says WAWR on the front?
No, we just do What Are We... Oh, I thought you were going to say reading from notebooks. Although
What are we
could
writing?
do a thing in which we end up going to like A to Z lyrics or whatever, and we just do a What Are We Reading for like terrible rap lyrics. And
We could.
And you see,
There's a
today
lot of
we
things
are
we-
doing
I mean,
rice
that's
scum.
still- Oh boy.
Just like every other word, it's just him talking about fucking women. It's mostly
it
just
really?
him
I've
boasting
never
about being
listened to
able to
that
get
guy.
laid and having money and shit. And it's like, wow. Breaking.
Cool.
It's just,
I sure wish I could have both of those
well,
things.
for one, you're 2D only, so you only wish for one of those things.
Yeah. Actually, I'm pretty sure I can get all the 2D I want with money,
Exactly.
though.
Yes.
Was money one of the things you said?
Money
or
was
like...
the thing I said.
So money equals 2D.
Oh god, it's just
Thanks.
like... Oh shit. I do know that they do have like Dakimakuras with like a special hole in them.
Oh god, no. I'm not that desperate. Or, I'll do a lot of things, but I'm not gonna do
God.
something like that.
Why
Ugh.
would you fuck a pillow?
I don't know, man.
Anyway,
I mean, people
it's
fuck
your
fleshlights.
line.
I was trying to ask you, should I
do you
do
want
like
us to switch?
just
Okay.
like a number?
How about I be Judy, you be Maggie?
Oh, you want to do it like that? All right. So I'm
Yes,
Maggie
I'll
then?
be the mumble rapper.
Or who's who? Yes. All right.
903. Hey yo, you going to class on tomorrow's? You going to come on tomorrow's? Woo! Woo!
Did you finish? You
I
kind of
think
broke.
she finished. Or she's
Most
going to
of-
finish.
Oh,
I'm
God.
so excited.
903. God damn it! Fucking 903. Maggie.
Well, you don't need to
Most
say
of my
your
class
you
will
don't
be
need to
there.
say your name since you're Maggie.
All right. But I texted Ben so many times, and even though all the messages I sent are read, he never replies to me. The hell's wrong
Oh
with
god,
him?
she's one of those people that bitches if she's left on red for more than 5 seconds.
Maybe she just wants the banhammer.
I mean, who doesn't want the ban hand? Clump.
Oh boy. Ladies, anything piquing your
Ladies,
interest?
gentlemen,
Crack.
other,
Anyone?
everyone. He's probably working, I guess.
Something weird is happening. I've been hearing footsteps coming from my door for a long
Almost
time.
like I live in a dorm or something.
I think someone's walking around the dorm. No shit!
It's only 9.
Using the hole in the door, Maggie saw something unusual.
Why are you narrating
Oh.
this?
My god. There's a guy outside who's wearing a mask and a blue jacket, and he's holding a knife,
And he won't
he's
stop
all
singing a
bloody!
theme song. Ah, shit, he's
Jackson
singing.
Michael
Let me
Myers.
sample that. Let me sample that. To the background.
Judy just breaks out. What you singing, bitch?
And then, and like the next song she uploads to like SoundCloud just in the background in a repetitive loop. You just have Teenage Agent Michael Myers, Teenage Agent Michael Myers. And she's just doing like some shitty freestyle over it.
Oh god.
Ow. Oh, God, my leg stretched weird. Okay. Did you say the fuck he's knocking on my door now thing?
Fuck! He's knocking on my door now! Oh god, oh god, oh god!
Yo, just calm down. Find a weapon or some shit. Protect yourself. Before he wrecks
He's
yourself.
He's turning the doorknob. Good thing I locked it. I'm scared. Call the cops!
Maggie?
What should I do?
Yo, Maggie, listen. What you need to do...
Save me, damn it!
It's a dorm. I can't keep any weapons here. Shit. I'm all tired.
The only fire I got are my mixtapes.
I mean, sure, half my songs mention me smoking a fucking bitch, but at the same time, I've never actually killed anyone. Maggie, calm down. Maggie? Maggie?
Dun, 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 dun.
Yo, you there, hell?
Maggie? Maggie? The message is shown to be read, but Judy doesn't see Maggie's response. Suddenly, Judy hears the sound of her room door opening.
Why didn't she lock it?
She's a mumble rapper, and she's a SoundCloud rapper. She's not the... No. The instant she turns around, she feels a terrible pain in her stomach. A bloody person who's wearing a mask and a blue jacket bursts into the room and stabs her. Directed to the point, like a monk.
That night, all the students who were in the dorm were murdered. That's a lot of people.
Average amount of students in dorm. Okay.
How many?
There's not really an answer. It's just talking about cost.
I guess typical dorm size might work. Typical dorm size, 130 square feet. Okay.
Yeah.
Typical dorm capacity. I don't need average door room size. I need...
You want me to run around my dorm and see how many people are on the bottom floor?
I mean, if you know anybody, you could probably ask. If you know any, like, of the RAs, you could probably, like, call them and ask them, like, how many people live in the dorm.
That's too much work.
Or text
Walking
them.
is easier than talking to people. I'll slow down other numbers.
Oh, shit.
Hold on, though. Let me go see if somebody's up in the front.
Well, you are on the same floor.
Yeah. It's open. I'll be back.
Alright.
Hold down the fort.
Alright. Hello and welcome to the Llytic channel. You've got nothing but Llytic. Would you like Llytic? But yeah, I guess another thing that could also be used to compare something like this is the fact that it is the compare this whole thing to the whole Halloween situation is the fact that there isn't exactly much variation in like the kills that we've seen so far from this character. I mean, the most we've seen is him hanging upside down and stab people. That's really it. It's similar to like in the Halloween franchise, in which all we really see is head crushes and stabs. Occasionally you get a stab to the wall, but the fact that that's done as often as it is also just brings attention to the fact that there isn't much variation in the series. Also, I just realized that there is one of the groups that this story is in is for proxies, and let me just tell you the thing that annoys the fuck out of me about proxies. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, proxies are the name given to those who are supposed to be under Slenderman's control. The whole problem with that is that they're based off of characters like Masky and Hoodie from the Marble Hornet series. And if you've ever watched the entire thing, you would know that Masky and Hoodie are working against the operator in that series. They are not servants to the operator. They're trying to make sure that he can't be present in our plane of existence by getting rid of the people that he's haunting. And it's one of those things that bugs the shit out of me, is like when you have shit like that, and so all of a sudden you get characters like Tiki Toby, and it's like and Tiki Toby is explicitly said to be a follower of Slenderman, despite the fact that he's also shown to hang out with characters like Masky and Hoodie, who are actively working against the operator, or if you want to be like, just if you want to call him that, Slenderman. Yeah?
Alright, so I got an answer. I got around 127 or 29 for specific answers, all the way up to 130 something. So the number of rooms would be
Yeah, so
around
typical dorm is
130
going
to
to be
140 rooms.
nearing, at very least, nearing triple digits. Meaning,
Yes, actually, if we did it by that, since dorms are technically usually by 2 people,
but
it'd be at least 200 something, nearing maybe 300.
there is
because
the
there's
thing.
some
This one
triple
seems
dorms
to be
too.
hinting that it's single. Although,
if it's single
yeah,
dorms,
it's
then
around
it's
triple digits.
It's triple
and
digits
that's
almost.
if we're banking on the idea that it's not simply going to be a situation in which each single person dorm is just half the size of a double person dorm. Because if that's the case, then it might be that there's more rooms to make up for the space. He's killed
Either
around
way,
100 people
he's killed
over the course
100
of
people
one night.
casually.
Think about that.
Yeah.
You were the person who read the stabs her thing,
Is it
right?
my turn or yours?
Then it's my turn. That night,
Yeah, I
all
think
the
so.
students, all students in the dorm were murdered. Okay. No one knows how that killer did it. Hey, that's kind of like a whole Santa Claus situation.
Because it's impossible.
Shit, I wasn't supposed to give that away. He's totally real. But yeah. But yeah, it's the whole thing of, like, in order to do that,
Bloody Painter is Santa Claus.
across multiple floors. Because that's the whole thing also, like, the dorm building that you stay in has more floors than I think the majority of the, like, buildings on camp.
Actually,
well, how many floors
no.
does
I
yours
think the most
have?
dorms around here have more floors than mine.
4, yeah. Well, I was just going to say, like, the one I was staying with had 2, and I was comparing it to the school buildings.
Oh, yeah, and if you think about it, mine could technically be considered
so we're talking about
two separate buildings, since it's
okay.
my dorm.
The
so
one I was in, it was more split
top
down the
half
middle.
are female,
So
bottom
one
half
side
are
was
sorry.
female, one side was male. Yeah. Also, all the rooms in that one open to the outside.
Ah.
Not that they open to the outside, that they open to lobbies that open to the outside. Because I stayed in the one where it was a ring and then a courtyard. I'm not going to say the name, partly because I don't remember it, and partly because if I say the name, that might actually give people hints to the place we're talking about. But yeah, that's the whole thing, is like, we're talking about someone who moved in a distance of around at least 3 floors, like, probably. Murdering everybody there. Nobody caught wise and hid. Everybody had their door unlocked.
You want to go deeper?
Prepared for a party. Everybody was in their room.
And everyone was also
like, it
in
could
their
be a
rooms,
thing where some people weren't in the building at the time, and those are the people who survived, because it's just saying everybody that was in the dorm that night died. But that's also a situation of somehow nobody managed to catch wise and hide in, like, a storage closet, or nobody figured out something was wrong and locked their door. Well, no.
Well, it's implied he can unlock the door since she locked her door, First Lady.
Did he just brute force it with his skinny little arms that couldn't keep a person from falling off a roof?
Did he bring, like, a million lockpicks
first?
Did he murder the RA and just get, like, the
it's like it's that situation, like. It kind of just takes me out of it because of the fact that it's being implied he killed somewhere in the range of 100 people in one night without fail.
And
I just want
to see how long it would have taken him too, based off of this, because if we do from 903 to 910, like, let's say, to get to the room and, like, walk to the next room and to murder them. Yes. 7 times 130 people would be 910 minutes. So I divide it by 60, right? That'd be about
15 hours?
That gave me 15. Would that be 15
Wait, you said
hours?
90? No, not 90.
I don't think I matched that right.
How many minutes did you say?
So
910.
7 times 130 equals 910.
Yeah, that'd be about 15 hours.
So then I divide that by 60, right?
If we're using this as a base, yes, he would have taken around 15 hours to kill everyone. If we're going on the idea that it was 130 people, like
someone would have caught on, and it would have been.
If you tone that down to 100 people, yeah, so that'd be 700 hours. 700 minutes.
I'll do the math again. So 7 times 100, right? 700.
Exactly.
Divided by 60. That's still 11 hours.
No, I'm just making a point that somehow this man has super speed.
No, okay. Yeah, I was about to chime in because at the bottom, like it says, because there will be no tomorrow.
Okay,
bitch, it is tomorrow.
The murder used the victim's blood to paint on the walls of the dorm, with most of the paintings being a face. Close parentheses. Yeah. Many of the corpses were being chopped and mashed, possibly to get more pigment. Helen noticed the culprit is currently missing. How do they know it was him?
Right, that's how that works.
Do they see him on the cameras? I guess. He's wearing a mask. Good point. He probably wasn't wearing gloves.
Let's be real. Think this guy's smart enough not to leave fingerprints?
Okay.
Probably scratched at some of the revealed parts, got some skin under her, nails. Stuff like that the killers get. However, in the chat room where Judy and Maggie texted each other, a message was written that responded to Judy's first message at 9:03. 11.15. Judy, don't be excited about tomorrow.
Oh, God. All right, let me check how much.
Because there will be no tomorrow. All right, so 11:15.
Yeah, let me check. Okay, we started this.
He was still murdering people when he texted that.
We did end up filling up the time slot, so I guess we won't do the other Bloody Painter story. Yeah. But yeah, it's...
we'll find another time to do it.
It's the whole thing of just, it's a generic serial killer thing, and it's not even, like, a particularly interesting or even, like, semi-real, or, like, semi-believable one.
You didn't even, like, explain how I could.
Well, I mean, the whole thing with horror is that you're not supposed to explain too much because it's
that many people in a dorm.
But at the same time, if we have something that we're supposed to believe is just a regular person going around killing people, that we've had no hinting of some supernatural abilities. Also, it's hinted that he was just walking back and forth in front of her door before he even went for the knob.
Okay, 1, 2, 3 hours.
Because, shit, let's look. Okay. So, in the time between,
so he's taking his time, too.
9:06, and then 9:09. It was a full 2 minutes between her seeing him through the peephole and him starting to turn the knob.
Mm-hmm. Here's the thing, too. He would have had to kill only about, 25 people in total in a dorm to technically kill them all and be done around 11 o'clock.
Going on the time frame we've got.
So that's not even a full dorm, pretty much.
Like, there would be a way to do this. It's kind of like, like the first Scream had people that were believable killers, partly because of the fact that if you look at actual serial killers, their motives tend to be pretty, nondescript. And so, the whole thing's in that one of the killers, with spoilers for Scream. Seriously, that movie came out how fucking long ago? Yeah, but you don't watch movies. But yeah, one of the killers in there, the whole thing was, he was trying to become someone who was known as he was trying to become someone who was a famous survivor of a serial killing incident. and the other one was just peer pressured into it, which is something that you do kind of see with this sort of shit. Is like, when serial killers are asked their motivations, it's typically just small and innocuous, partly because of the fact that you have various things, including genetic predisposition towards psychosis, as well as just traumatic childhood like that. It's never a whole thing. It's usually not a whole thing where it's like an act for revenge. That's what you have as typically a spree killer.
But Llytic, this guy had a traumatic past.
Oh god, it's just, it's one of those things. Like, it's not even like, it's not like funny bad horror. It's just bad horror.
That story, 0 stars.
Yeah, it's like watching like any sequel to the
It's
Halloween
generic, it's not
films
even
after Season of the Witch. Like, it just becomes really dull and repetitive. There's nothing new. It just keeps getting stupider because, hey, let's throw in that he was created by a cult, completely ruining the whole idea of, oh, this could come from anywhere. Because you know what's scary? Not knowing how this shit happened. The mystery will always be scarier because your mind will always come up with something more terrifying than could ever be shown. Oh, God. Yeah, fuck, I didn't even get fun tired.
But I think it's time we close out.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like that one part of the Atlanta Nights thing where basically
I got just normal tired.
Drunk. Alright, yeah, I guess. Teenage Agent Michael Myers. Oh, fuck.
Yep.
Oh, fuck!
We didn't even get to say that
I
much.
fucked it up.
Well,
I messaged the bot.
we didn't even get to close out with our names, man. You're all sorts
I didn't type that into the chat. I want you out, police. Okay, Teenage Agent Michael Myers. Here's.
Whoops.